Okay, and now for the last one, the Washington Justice. As you might imagine, any team that is representing Washington, D.C. has to be very patriotic, very USA, and that's exactly what they've done here. One thing that stands out to me is, on the website at least, this red is looking very pinkish almost. I think it's just because I'm seeing it on the screen, but it's not a very deep red. There's definitely there's some lighter tones to it. I don't know, I'm just seeing like a little pink in here. So, I don't know. Let me know what you guys are seeing. But I like the color choice. It's not just like your typical red and blue. So it just adds a little bit of, extra character. Feels a little bit different from the other Washington, D.C. or USA branded things that we've seen. And that's another thing to note, is there is a World Cup in Overwatch, so there is a USA team, and they have their own branding system for that and skins in the game, so it has to feel similar to that but also different at the same time, because you don't want to get them mixed up. So I'm liking the colors. This shield shape feels nice. I like how it arcs in really far from the edges on the top. The shape is working nicely. I'm not quite sure what the shapes are in here. I don't know if they're supposed to be kind of like pillars, almost like a monument. That's kind of the vibe I'm getting. It kind of resembles the stripes from the flag, but it just feels kind of like they came up with their own version of an American flag, Washington, D.C. kind of thing. And I think that that's really nice, because we're very used to seeing these USA branded items, objects, teams. There's other Washington, D.C. teams in sports, and sometimes a lot of that stuff kind of seems to blend together, because after a while it's hard to differentiate. There's only so much you can do within more limitations, and so it's really refreshing to see a creative team be able to work within those restrictions and come up with something that feels fresh and different and very unique. So I'm a big fan of this. It works for what they're doing. It works for what they're doing. The type here, again, big, bold, simple, very geometric, this one. It's got the slight curves on the edges, but it feels very geometric, and I like it. And Justice, it kind of reminds me of maybe like a Judge Dredd, if you guys are familiar with him. It kind of feels like a typeface out of that. It feels right. It feels like it fits in with the esports scene very nicely, and yeah, I'm liking it. I'm liking it. It works for the Washington, D.C. team very well. I would say, saying that, it's just the nature of me being in the U.S. I see a lot of USA branded things, so I don't get like super excited. Yes, I've said that this feels very fresh and different, even though it's USA. But there's other ones within the 8 teams that I think just stand out a little bit more because they're extremely different. Something I've never seen before, unique color schemes, and there is some of this that is always going to feel a little familiar because it's USA branded, but that's okay. It still does exactly what it needs to for the team, achieves that goal for them. So this is still very, very solid. And again, we'll take a look at these skins, the last set. Okay, so these skins, yeah, they look very similar to the USA skins. I'm not so familiar with them I'd be able to tell you the exact differences, but it makes sense. They have to feel familiar because this is, the capital of the US, so it makes a lot of sense. They're gonna feel very similar, and that's okay. I do like how they tackle a lighter background. On the white, I like the very thin blue outline. It looks really nice. And yeah, and the type again, looking good. Washington in blue, Justice in red. I like it a lot. This is really strong. Awesome. Definitely gives the DC folks something really nice to support if they're going to be supporting this team. Okay, so now I want to talk about my top 3, and I'll give a few reasons why I chose these as my top 3. See if you guys agree with me. Okay, so coming in at number 3, I think I'm gonna go with the Shangdao Hunters. Yeah, this one I'd really like. The icon feels really nice. I like the use of the panda. I really like the sword or blade mimic in the typeface for hunters. And I just like the color palette as well. The deep yellow feels really nice. You know, I feel like I see a lot of reds and blues, and it's not. I really get excited when I see an interesting color scheme. So I'm a big fan of the yellow here. Yeah, and the skins all look really nice. I think that this is a really solid design for some people over in China to get behind and feel really good about purchasing some merchandise, some gear. They can rep it. It's going to look really good. And yeah, that's my number 3. My number 2, Vancouver Titans. Alright, this one comes in at number 2 just because I think that it does a really great job at feeling like a more traditional sports team, so it's very familiar for new fans to the Overwatch League, which is a big part of their message here for this league. And you know, the logo itself is really nice. This like Yeti monster looking thing, he looks really good. Very simple. The type is amazing, and the color scheme is very bright and bold, and you know, stands out among the others, I think, with colors. I would say this one stands out a little bit less than the other Chinese team. I'm forgetting the name. The Spark, I think it is, with the pink and blue, but you know, their color scheme is the only thing that's really working for them, in my opinion. So this one I would say is the next like boldest, jumps right out at you, very colorful, saturated, and I think it's really nice. So Vancouver Titans coming in at number 2. And really quick before I talk about my number 1 choice, I want to mention, I guess, kind of an honorable mention. The Toronto Defiant. I really like this. I think the only thing for me that it just makes it a little bit less exciting is the color scheme. Although it looks really nice, and you can't go wrong with black, red, and white. It just feels very familiar, you know, especially in gaming. There's a lot of red, a lot of black, a lot of white. So it feels like a very familiar color scheme, which is, you know, kind of unfortunate. Everything else about this is really nice. Like, and it's not to say that the color scheme is bad. It's not bad at all. It works perfectly for this team and for like the theme that they're going for. But I just see a lot of red, you know, so it's not as exciting whenever I see some red. Really good use of the colors though. I'm not trying to bash on that at all. But yeah, and then I'm gonna take some flack because I literally just talked about the red color scheme, but my number 1 is going to be the Atlanta Reign. And I know what you're going to say, but you just said red feels familiar. And yes, it totally does. And that is kind of a little, you know, point I would take away from this. But everything else on this just really impresses me. The icon itself, the phoenix, is really nice. I love the shield shape that they put around it with the crown on top. And the type on here is just really awesome. They did a really great job with a lot of the typefaces for these teams, but this one just stands out. The Atlanta with the A's having that little slant, and this typeface for Reign just feels a little bit more unique than the others. I don't know why. They have a whole theme going on here with kind of like a medieval vibe. Some sort of kingdom has this sigil on their shields. They rep it on their flags as they go into battle, and it's just really, really nice. And one thing I will say about the color scheme is that the reason that I didn't take more points off for it in my head is because they didn't use black. Yes, red feels very familiar, but it doesn't feel as familiar with this kind of gray in the background, this light gray and this dark gray. So that feels, not quite as common as the red and black. So that's one reason why I'm looking over the color scheme here. Everything just fits together awesome on this. I think Atlanta got an amazing logo and branding system to acquire for their team to root for. The skins look really great for this as well. Everything is just looking really, really nice. So yeah, that's why I chose this one as the top, guys. Let me know what your top 3 team logos would be from this. Let me know if you liked this video, and let me know if you want to see more content like this, because I really enjoy looking at logos and talking about them, especially anything having to do with video games or esports, because that is a huge interest of mine, and I'm sure a big interest of many of you. So let me know. I am more than willing to do more things like this. This was really fun. So yeah, let me know your thoughts. Leave a like on the video if you liked it. Go over to the channel, hit the subscribe button if you want to stay tuned for any future content that's going to be posted. And thank you just for all the support, guys, so far. I've been really excited to, see a few views here and there. It's really cool. I'm excited to see where this channel goes as more time progresses. So thanks again. I will catch you guys in the next one.